Hi there, my name is Brandon Huey. Welcome to the Boost Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm joined today by my two co-hosts, Patrick Scott and and Caleb Phelps.
Loving the
We
hat,
are,
Patrick.
yeah, we are three of the founders of Boost Fantasy Football, a new way to play fantasy football for people who love football. At Boost Fantasy, you put together a team each week similar to what you expect from daily fantasy leagues. Difference is that in Boost, we let you take your football knowledge to the next level. At Boost, you can attain cards that give you unique advantages going into each week. Use the cards you have to build your most effective lineup and top the standings in your Boost Battle League. In our weekly podcast, you can expect us to discuss topics related to fantasy football, as well as how our adventure into the industry is evolving. Also, listen closely for promo codes you can use to earn Boost points and packs. Today, we have a very special promo code in honor of our friend Patrick, whose lighting is terrible, by the way. If you can't see him, he is in the top left corner, up that way, in the dark.
Yeah.
And so the promo code today is Silly Hat. So if you are using the app,
Nice.
you can use the Silly Hat promo code to get some points and packs. Patrick's like already logging onto the site to redeem these points, like as we say it. No,
Is
not.
the lighting better?
That's me. Actually.
Yeah, actually, lighting's a little better. Yes. Oh, it's Caleb that's logging onto the app to use it already. Silly Hat, gotta get your edge.
For you.
Yeah.
Test it for you.
Yeah, go ahead, test it for me. Excellent. So, speaking of getting those points and that promo code, this past week I won in Boost Fantasy again with the most points for the week, which gave me 10 victory points and put me one step closer to clinching victory in the Boost Bowl this year.
Is that a golf clap? Because I heard crickets. I'm insulted that I lost.
I need a soundboard so that I can get some
You do.
applause here.
Yeah. So I came close, man. I almost got you.
Yeah,
Almost
Patrick
everything.
and I were 1.6 points away, you said?
Oh man, I got it all broken down here. 1.65 away. from beating you.
1.65 points separating us, 0.33 boost points separating us, or something like that.
Right.
And so the boosts didn't necessarily do it for me, but the picks did it for me this week. And I told you guys a couple weeks ago that I had a really special lineup that I thought might get me 200 points, and that lineup ended up winning. This week, I kind of felt the opposite going into week 15. I was not too sure about my lineup because I've had a couple picks that I was a little worried about, like the Travion Henderson pick. But boy, did Travion Henderson, woo! And CJ Stroud was the quarterback that I chose. I was a little worried about that, but he had a good week, and I earned 4.6 boost points from him, 5.92 from Travion Henderson, and then 4.5 from Jackson Smith and Jigba here. So I earned my share of boost points from my main lineup players there. I got -2 from my defense though, so if I hadn't played my defense, I would have been better off and maybe had a different lineup altogether. Who knows? So Caleb tends not to play a defense, thinking that gives him an advantage on points, but
It
man.
worked. It worked for me 1 week. Now I'm sticking with it for the rest of the season.
Hey, I jumped on that wagon.
I have to prove my point.
Oh man, yeah. So if you're late to the party, the Boost Bowl is the Boost Battle League that anybody who joins Boost can get into, and we've been playing it all season since week 1. Gonzo's Gremlins, someone I know at my workplace, he is in second place right now, and the only person in a position to actually take me out off the leaderboard. If he were to win the next 3 weeks, I would be eliminated, but he'd have to win the next 3 weeks to do that, and I would have to not win once. So here's
One
to
person
finding out.
who could do that is him.
Yes, yeah. Let's see what happens here. This is the only league. This is honestly though. I've talked to other people about this. This is the only year that I can win the league, because after this year, I
Yeah.
can't compete, especially if we've got prizes on the line and stuff like that, which we're considering. If we've got stuff like that on the line, I'm not going to be allowed to win after this year because I'm one of the founders, right? So
I mean, that's safe to say. Take us 3 out of the mix.
well, that's right. That's what I'm saying. So it's
Yeah.
really our only year that we can play.
Well,
So
We just gotta take our 3 actual names out of the mix. We can, still play if we want to.
yeah, we'll have to have our own little league at least for the
I
3
was
of
just
us.
going to say that.
Yeah,
And
we'll have our
so-
own little
so
league. We can't
we'll
win the
join
Boost
Phelps
Bowl,
League.
but yeah,
Yeah.
The Boost
Yeah.
Bowl, we may not be able to
Compete with.
participate in.
yeah, cool. So that's the Boost Bowl. We've had an interesting week in fantasy football, but before we start, Patrick, can you tell us a little bit about this hat situation?
Yeah, the Bears, who are currently in first place in the NFC, if you didn't notice this, because we have a 10-4 record now, and we had a fantastic weekend, and then we're going to go ahead and to beat the Packers this Saturday night. Anyways, back in 1920s or whatnot, this was an actual helmet that they wore. No, it's
Back
a
when-
replica.
Back
I
when you
got
were
it
a
signed
kid.
by somebody, and I forget. I'm literally trying to figure out who signed it. Unfortunately, I completely forget.
How- Hold on. You
Mhm.
you know you're wrong, right?
about
The
which part?
Bears aren't number 1 in the NFC, are they?
Yeah, pretty sure.
In the NFC or just the NFC?
NFC,
NFC
North. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
second
I was
in
gonna
the
say
NFC.
because they haven't clinched, but the Rams
Yeah,
have. So I'm pretty sure the Rams got to be the number 1 seed right now.
Yeah, Rams are number 1 at 11-3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought they
yeah.
had 11 wins. I wasn't so sure. Now I was like, oh wait a second.
Where's my
These-
marker? Let me go ahead and add North to that.
North,
Good
yes,
call out.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not left-handed. I can't do that right now. But yes, NFC North. Good catch.
But the Seahawks are also 11-3 and have not clinched because they are in the same division as the Rams. And that wild
Yes.
card spot. We're gonna have a 13-win wild card.
This is gonna be crazy. The
I'm really
NFC.
excited about how
Yeah.
this end of season is shaping up, right?
I think the NFC is going to have this Super Bowl this year if the Patriots don't win it, which is a big if. If the Patriots don't win it, I think the NFC's got it because the NFC's got so many talented teams at the top right now that just have these unstoppable, offense and defense combinations. Like I don't know. I'm a big fan of the NFC teams going into the playoffs right now, and I just think that there are a lot of AFC teams that are like all barely sort of chugging in right now. And I think there are a lot of injuries riddling the playoff teams in the AFC. So anyway, we'll get
Tons
to
of
that.
injuries.
We'll get,
Real quick, Patrick. Sean is watching and he says, "Go Bears." He texted me. So
Like
excellent.
Cunningham?
yeah,
Hey, Sean.
Ah,
Been
there
a
we
minute,
go.
buddy. How are you?
Excellent.
Yes, go Bears.
Excellent. So, in injury news this week, speaking of injuries, this is a good segue. That is
SCGUE is how that's spelled.
SCGUE. If anybody was wondering, that's how it's spelled. Today, this week in injury news, Patrick Mahomes goes down after the Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs. And what does this do for the Chiefs moving forward? Now, not this injury, but missing the playoffs this year. What do you think that does? Oh, there's Sean in the comments now saying "Go Bears." Excellent.
Hey-o.
So what does that do for the for the Chiefs moving forward? Are they in rebuild mode now, or is this just like a one-off sort of year?
I was waiting for you to say rebuild. I was gonna say it if you didn't. That's
I think
what I see.
I think it's a one-off. I mean, they still have the core talent on that team. That is Patrick Mahomes. I guess I don't know. I can see how he responds from this injury and how he comes back. I have seen a lot of Chiefs fans on social media calling for Andy Reid to be fired.
Oh,
No way.
So, by a lot, it was like one comment section with like 10 people talking about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if I would quite go that far. He's kind of proven himself as he can win. So
And Patrick, I want to get your opinion on this because I know you're saying rebuild mode, but I agree. I tend to agree with Caleb here because I think in order to be in rebuild mode, you have to be looking for a quarterback to lead your team. is sort of one of the ways that I define it. But I could also be wrong. I mean, I just can't think of a team historically that was in rebuild mode with a great quarterback behind the helm, you know? So you think they're in rebuild mode? Explain.
Well, maybe like
Pre-rebuild?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like a couple of weeks ago, I personally did not think they were making the playoffs, and they
You're
haven't
right.
been the same team. And you look at all these stats, like they've been the top of the leaderboard for what 10 plus years or whatever the math is, and
Yeah.
you never want to see anybody go down injury wise, end of the season, end of career, or anything like that. But you wanted Travis Kelce to keep playing, and
Well, I think Travis
Like, I
Kelsey's
was
gone,
rooting-
right? Travis Kelsey's out the door.
I would
He
right.
needs to retire.
No.
I mean, I was
His
rooting
contract is
for-
literally up.
Yeah.
I was that dynasty, 90s Bulls fan of like if they ended up winning 3 Super Bowls in a row, I was kind of rooting for that personally. So don't tell Ashley that, Caleb, but she may know because I think the Eagles ended up screwing that up. But I don't know. It just kind of seems like they're now. Unfortunately, it seems like they're crashing completely.
Who are we
It's not
talking
even-
about? I'm a little confused.
He said the Bulls and then talked about Ashley and the Eagles, and I don't know what was happening.
That's why I'm confused. The Bulls
So-
weren't beat by the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
No, I'm saying that I was rooting for the Chiefs to win 3 in a row. And
When?
my
Oh.
backstory to that was
Oh.
going back
Watch
to
it.
like the Bulls and like I
Gotcha.
think it's kind of cool to see a team do that type of stretch, even though it's not the Bears. But so I mean, yeah, I was completely 100% rooting for the Chiefs.
Oh, I
to win
was
3 in a
too.
row.
Now that I'm caught up with you, yes, Patrick, I agree. I was also
Yeah.
rooting for the Chiefs.
All right, boys. But
Yeah.
aside from that, no. I mean, a couple weeks back, I just personally think the Chiefs have been falling, and maybe getting into that point of entering a rebuild because things aren't clicking. It seems like.
Where I agree with you on the rebuild thing is I do think that they need receivers to be a team that's going to compete, and I just don't believe in any of the receivers they have right now. I don't believe that they're what Patrick Mahomes needs to be successful. I think he was far more successful with a Tyreek Hill. I mean, more recently, obviously, he's had success without Tyreek Hill, but I think that he's done all he can to push his receivers to their limits. I think he's going to finally need his Randy Moss, to keep. And his Julian Edelman, his Wes Welker. He doesn't have that. I think that's going to be part of the rebuild is finding a receiver for them. But I'm not worried about it because I hope they choose not to look for it at all. I like the
Speaking of
Patriots
that-
guy. Speaking of what?
Of that comparison you just made with the Patriots receivers, have you seen the comparisons between Mahomes and Brady? That
I've
came out
always-
after he got hurt.
In the 10th year, the quarterback going down, missing the playoffs, and
They both won 3 Super Bowls. They both had lost the Super Bowl the year before.
Oh my god.
They both tore their left ACL in their
No.
9th year with all that happening.
the
So-
big difference is the Patriots missed the playoffs with a winning record after Brady tore his ACL in the first
one.
game of the season.
yeah.
And so the Patriots had a good team around Brady that year, and this goes to show you what the Chiefs were up against this year. Even with Mahomes, they were struggling to get things done, and I think they've had a pretty good defense this year still. So yeah, that offense to get clicking is going to need some pieces. And you know what's too bad is if you wanted to see them successful, you would have wanted them to keep Kareem Hunt instead of losing him when they did. Now, when I say this, I'm talking about back in 2000. Like Kareem Hunt started his career with the Chiefs. I think he played 2 years with the Chiefs or 3 years with the Chiefs, and then moved on to I can't remember free agency where he didn't get picked up until the Browns I think gave him a chance or something.
Yeah, he had some off field issues, but
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I think if you wanted to see the Chiefs be successful for all those years with at a high level, I think they needed to keep Kareem Hunt through those years because they could have developed him and kept him in the game and had a reliable running back that makes Patrick Mahomes even more of a threat. But they struggled with running backs even last year when they lost the Super Bowl. I think a big part of that was not having a run game, an effective run game. So anyway,
it'll be interesting to see how they come back next year and what they do in the offseason. So
yeah, we're talking too much about the Chiefs. Let's move on to the next injured player, which was Micah Parsons went down. Now, this is going to have an impact on the playoffs because Micah Parsons, obviously, on the Green Bay Packers, who, according to ESPN, have a better chance to make the playoffs than the Chicago Bears. I know Patrick really wanted me to say that out loud.
Hey, we're speaking facts according to some.
I don't think ESPN's speaking facts there, but that's my personal opinion.
According to some random sources.
So I think that with the better chance to make the playoffs, so let's say the Green Bay Packers definitely make it into the playoffs. Without Micah Parsons, what is this team in the playoffs? They don't have that same identity, right?
yeah, I mean their defense is it'll still be good like it has been, but I think it will struggle.
I think the pass rush is going to struggle significantly because Micah Parsons is that whole pass rush right now.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't name another pass rusher. Go ahead, name another pass rusher on the Packers right now that has been as effective as Micah Parsons.
Name another I would say name another pass rusher in the league that's been as effective as Micah Parsons this year.
Okay, Myles Garrett.
so one.
Yeah, okay, one person.
Yeah, Myles Garrett, Kayvon Chason on the Patriots has been pretty effective. He's got a lot of pressures. I'm not saying he's been as effective as Micah Parsons, but I'm saying Micah Parsons has been that pass rush is what I'm saying. And so I think that without Micah Parsons, they've either got to significantly change their defensive mentality, or to overcome his absence, or I think they're going to falter. I think that when the playoffs come around, I don't think this team's going to have the same pressure that they want to get, and maybe the defense is going to defend the pass well, but I think that they're going to lose their footing against the run because they don't have that mid-level pressure that they would normally be getting. So
yeah, it'll be fun to watch the game this week against the Bears and see how they do against a quarterback who can
a playoff
move.
team, right?
Yeah, playoff team, a quarterback who can move and see how they can handle that without having him on the field.
Yeah, so let's keep our eye on that game, on the Chicago and Green Bay Packers game that's in Chicago. Do we know the weather?
I am not going.
Do we know the weather's going to be there? You know what we need to do? We need to have a segment where we bring on our
meteorologist.
Our meteorologist. We do have a meteorologist.
Yes, let's do it.
True. We should have a segment where we bring him in.
I can check that, and I have been to a game that was on the list of top 10 most coldest games, wind chills and all that. It actually was against the Packers in Chicago, and we blocked the field goal to win it, I think is how that ended.
What time is the game? Is this the night game?
Yeah, night game.
Okay, it will be 35 degrees and cloudy.
Friday.
Can't be. It's not 7:30, is it? Because I thought the Patriots were playing that night.
I could be wrong. I thought it was a night.
No, they're playing Saturday night.
They're playing Saturday night?
Yeah, this game's on Saturday.
Starting already.
Wow, didn't know that. All right.
Now, in my opinion, I was looking at this, and I don't know how all of this is coming in. I personally it's not a biased opinion, technically. A little bit, but
that means it is. But
the Packers are a 1.5 favorite to win the game.
Yep.
Now I know this is splitting hairs and everything, but I don't know. It's the home game piece.
I think this is a really good time to take the Bears at +1.5.
I thought they should have been at 3.5. 2.5.
You mean minus? You think they should have been at minus?
The
I mean,
Bears, yes.
yeah. So
Minor.
when you're betting on this game,
Now, is
you
this
can
betting
take.
advice?
is
No,
not
it's
betting
not.
advice.
This is not betting advice. What I'm saying is when you're betting on this game, you can take alternate lines. Where you take, like, instead of the Bears at 1.5, which is what Vegas is putting them at,
Right.
I might take the Bears at like -7 this week and feel pretty good about it, because that pass rush without Micah Parsons is the reason I might do that, just because I think the Bears got a really good chance to win this game, and I think they'll win it by a touchdown. So
Now, not to dive too much into that, but
-6.5, by the way.
you have the option to do that.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you can change the line. It gives you better odds. Well, not better odds. It gives you like a different set of odds. So if I were to change the odds like that, I would earn more money from the bet. Is how it works.
Well, I mean, I get that portion. I've just always looked at, like, the CBS app says, actually right now it says the Bears are +1 point.
That
And
means that the Bears are underdogs by 1 point.
Yes, and I get that too. I personally think that the Bears should be 1.5, 2.5, just because of the home factor. But I think, I don't know. Does that
You mean minus though, right?
Minus, yes.
Yeah.
Minus. So I don't know. That's just my take. I think it sucks that Parsons is out. I've seen some stuff on Twitter where it's like, oh, it's so low that Bears fans are like shitting on this and like rooting for him to be out. Just for chance. Like, I don't want any players to go out for an injury.
No,
Rookies,
no.
veterans, anybody at all. And it sucks that he's out. And I don't know. Does it change the odds a little bit? Like, I guess it does. And will that elite factor be out of the equation for us to play on Saturday? Like, yes. I mean, that guy's insanely good, and I hope we do very well, and I hope he recovers fast.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, the next player that we're going to talk about is Devontae Adams being out, and how this might impact the Rams' playoff position if he's out for an extended period of time, which may not be the case. He really only tweaked his hamstring, so it might be that they limit him in the first few games of the playoffs, but I bet he'll be back in full force by the Super Bowl. But with his time being limited, how much of an impact does this have on the Rams here at the end of the season into the playoffs?
I don't think it's going to affect the playoffs at all. They're already looking at him possibly playing Thursday night. So if he's already coming back 4 days later, even if it's limited on Thursday night, I think he'll be fine and ready to go by playoffs.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have Jeremiah tune into this segment. Am I wrong?
No. Jeremiah doesn't want to watch us. What are you talking about?
I hope he watches back for my comments.
Yeah, so I know that you're rooting for the Rams for the sake of Jeremiah, but I'll tell you, I was once a Rams fan. All right, in 2001, I started
bandwagon Patriots fan.
In 2001, I'm almost a bandwagon. I mean, as a kid, I was a bandwagon Patriots fan, right? Because that's how we all start, is we bandwagon onto a team as a kid, right? And then we ride the long haul with them. Well, when I was a kid, I was a big Dolphins fan. All right. My dad's friend Ray would come over to our house and he'd tell me about Dan Marino and all his greatness, and I was like, oh, I love the Dolphins. They're so good. But then we moved to Indiana. When we moved to Indiana, things changed. I went to this winter warm-up situation with the St. Louis Cardinals a couple years in a row, and when we would go to these things, the St. Louis Cardinals players would be at the same hotel you're staying at. They'd sign autographs, and it was a very cool experience. Well, Steve Klein, one of the Cardinals relievers at the time, pulls me aside and uses me to help pick up girls. All right. Which is just such a funny situation to be in. But while he's doing that, he's like, you're rooting for the Rams for the Super Bowl, right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, who are the Rams? Like, I don't watch too much football at this age yet. But I was like, yeah, sure, whatever you say, Steve Klein, I'm with you, man. And so he tells me to root for the Rams, and then I see a bunch of the players like cheering on the Rams a little bit later as the Rams are playing in a game that night, and so I start to root for the Rams in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. And the Patriots lose that Super Bowl, and I'm so devastated. But then I start to come around, like, to the idea that the Patriots won, because all my friends are like, oh, you must be so happy your team won. And I was like, what are you talking about? My team was the Rams. And they're like, well, you're from Massachusetts, right? I'm starting to think to myself, oh yeah, I got a reason to root for the Patriots. I'm from Massachusetts. So like that's when I hop onto this Patriots bandwagon at 10 years old, 11 years old. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I should be a Patriots fan because I loved Massachusetts. I don't really like the Midwest. Like I was only getting bullied when I moved out there. So like right away, even by my teacher, I remember my teacher with an oxygen tank bullying me. So like.
Should have unplugged it.
Yeah. That there's a solution to that, right? So anyway, that's when I became a Patriots fan. Was when I realized, like, yeah, I'm from Massachusetts. I love Massachusetts. Why don't I love Massachusetts teams? The only team that I couldn't jump on for Massachusetts was the Red Sox until I moved back to Massachusetts. I couldn't jump back on the Red Sox bandwagon because Tino Martinez was my favorite player in baseball of all time, and he signed all my stuff. And I was like, man, can't stop rooting for the Yankees. And I didn't hate the Red Sox. I just couldn't root for them because the Yankees were my team. And then I moved back here, came to my senses, and I was like, you know what, the Red Sox are the best team.
You made the right call.
I made the right call there. I know. You agree with me. So anyway, the long story short, I'm a Pats fan now, and I was at one time.
Maybe. Long story short. Short story long.
Short story long. There we go. So anyway, I'm a Patriots fan. So this brings me to my thing with Jeremiah. Jeremiah's always been a Rams fan, and we both liked the Rams growing up. Like the Rams were always my second favorite team. In 2016, 2015, I can't remember, the Rams moved to LA. Was it 2016, 2017 maybe? They moved to LA. Anyway, the mid 2010s there, they moved to LA. And that's where I stopped rooting for them. Because I think it's so easy to play in LA. Be where everybody wants to be. The weather's great. All the famous people are around you.
Nobody wants to be in St. Louis.
Nobody wants to be in St. Louis. That's the charm that St. Louis has. Is that St. Louis is like, like if you're playing in St. Louis, it's like playing in a small town. And so the whole Midwest rooted for the St. Louis Cardinals for a long time because that's all we had. Like nobody's rooting for the Royals. And now they are, but I'm saying back then it wasn't like the Royals were like going anywhere. Everybody was rooting for the Cardinals because they were the Midwest's team, and everybody from Indiana didn't have a baseball team, so you were either a Cincinnati Reds fan, or you were a Chicago Cubs fan, or a Cardinals fan, and it depended what part of Indiana you were from. We were from southwestern Indiana, as you know, Caleb, because we both lived there at the time. And so we were fans of the Cardinals in that area for the most part, and for the Rams for the most part when football came around, unless you were a Colts fan, so when the Rams moved, I just couldn't root for them anymore. Too easy to be a Los Angeles fan, in my opinion. And so I'm rooting for the 49ers came back up because I love that they give Jimmy G, the most handsome man in sports. They gave him a chance. So that's the closest team to LA that I'll really like is the San Francisco 49ers, who are my new second favorite team.
Hey, Brandon, before we jump off this topic, Ashley wants to know if you're a Celtics fan too.
Of course I'm a Celtics fan. I've always loved the Celtics, though. I've always loved the Celtics because of the Irish background to it. I'm Irish, and it's been a thing for me. So, yes, I am. All right, so moving on to the playoff picture. The Chiefs were eliminated. We talked about that already a little bit. The Rams clinch. We've talked about that a little bit. But the Broncos also clinched this weekend, and it sort of helps define the AFC playoff picture a little bit, that the Patriots lost and they won. And there's now a game separating them, and even if the Patriots win out, the Broncos have to lose a couple for the Patriots to take that first seed. And that goes for anybody to take that first seed. The Broncos are going to have to drop a couple. So the Broncos have it if they want it, is where we're at.
Which is crazy. Did anyone think the Broncos were going to do this at the start of the year?
So the Broncos did pretty well at the end of last year. So I sort of expected it, but not... It wouldn't have been like something I would have put money on,
Yeah.
The Broncos at this point have according to ESPN, they have a 26% chance to make the Super Bowl. Oh, I'm sorry, and that's not what I wanted to read. 71% chance to earn the bye. The next closest is the Jags. And I think it's all got to do with schedules, which is weird because I think the Patriots got the easiest schedule coming up, so the Patriots should have the highest thing there. But I guess there are tiebreakers that are going to come into play here. So anyway, this helps define the playoff picture for the AFC. It's clear that the Patriots are probably going to win the AFC East. It's clear that the Broncos are going to win the AFC West, and then it's just really up to the AFC South to figure out what's going on, and the AFC North, of course, nobody wants to know what's going on there because that division's just in because they're a division. You know, somebody has to go. Unfortunately,
Someone has to win it.
Unfortunately, somebody has to win that division.
You know who's going to be too? Coming from the freaking Bears fan,
It's gonna be the Steelers.
Yeah. God.
I hope not. I really hope not. I want to see the Baltimore Ravens unseat them, but you know, now that the Bengals are out, I think that's the only situation we have. That's the only way the Baltimore Ravens are making the playoffs, and I'd like to see the Ravens make the playoffs because I think they deserve the playoffs after all they get all year, like every year. I think the Ravens deserve to make it and have a chance at it. So, anyway, that's the playoff picture and everything. Is there anything else we want to talk about on that subject before we move on? Patrick's like, I just want to talk more about the Bears. That's all Patrick wants to do. Let's talk about our boost analysis. We'll move on to the boost analysis section of our commentary here. We always talk about the most effective boosts, least effective boosts, and then the what could have beens with boosts by doing some analysis. So, Patrick, what were our most effective boosts this week?
We had, now in order, by the way, air it out. God damn it, I got to work on my freaking numeral.
That's
Five?
a
5, and then rack them up 4, go long 4, sure hands 5, bring it home 4.
Oh, no,
Guess who's the last one? Me. Oh, are we going in order? Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead. Let's start with Air It Out 5. Explain. Air It Out 5 was our best beast. It was our best use here. That's where the Q quarterback gets 50% more points from passing yards. How many points did it add? Who did it add it for?
7.36, which is huge. And that was on
boost, yeah.
Matt Stafford by, who would have guessed it, Mr. May is his man. That kid is
Mr.
insane.
May is my man. Say it. Say Mr. May is my man.
What I did. Mr.
You know,
May.
you said your man. You said Mr. May is your man. Say Mr. May is
Oh.
my man.
Sorry, sir. Mr. May is my man.
I am going to clip that. Yes.
That's funny. I like it.
All right.
Clip it all day. All good. Hey, guess who came in second? Well, I don't know where you're at in my angle, but Brandon.
Oh, for boosts. I was about to say, I
Yeah.
actually came in first. You came in second.
Oh, we'll talk about that. No, we'll talk about that.
All right. So, what did I come in second with?
Travion Henderson, 5.92. Hell of a boost.
What was the boost?
So, rushing yards for the running back. Rack them up 4.
All right. Let me see if I can get this up here. Rack them up 4 so that we can see it. Nope, it's none of those. So it must be this one. Rack 'em up 4 gives 40% more points from rushing yards to a running back. So whatever points you earn from rushing yards, you get 40% of that added on to the running back. So
Offhand, do you what is it? What's the fantasy points per rushing yard? Is it like 0.04 per yard, something?
oh, it's 0.1 per yard because it's every 10 rushing yards gets you a point.
Okay, gotcha.
That one's a little easier.
Moving on, Jeremiah. It's like he's got to tune in to get the points, I think, personally. Anyways, so third and fourth, he came in with 5.36. Jameson Williams.
Go long 4.
Go long 4. Yep. Receiving yards for wide receiver.
Yeah, 40% more receiving yard or points from receiving yards. He earned 5.36 from Jameson Williams on that one. I'm kind of impressed with that call because Jameson Williams, I know he's consistently put up a good number of points, but like he's not somebody I think of when I'm making my lineup. He's somebody that could be hit or miss, in my opinion. And this week he was a hit. That was a good play.
I got a couple of them on my freaking lineup, let me tell you. Next in line, same thing. Jeremiah with Jamar Chase, 5 boost points. He played Sure Hands.
5.
Thank you. For receptions.
50% more. 50%
were-
more.
I was gonna say you were a kid when they made Roman numerals, Patrick. You should know that.
Oh my god! Oh my
There we go.
Ooh.
There we go. All right. Yeah, Sure Hands 5 gives you 50% more points from receptions. It's a good good card to play. Could have been played even better on other players this week. I believe there was a player with, I think, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh, I guess we'll talk about that. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Anyway, and then we had Bring It Home 4 was the last one, played on Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings, let's see, who played this one? This was Skyline 9 played it. That was a good play. He ended up scoring a couple touchdowns, earning 4.8 points from boosts for Patrick here on this card. 40% more points from receiving touchdowns for wide receivers. Caleb, on the other hand, what were our least effective boosts?
Did you decide who has to read these based on my name's on least effective and his is on most effective?
No, I did it based on
Make
left
me-
and right of
Make
my
me
screen.
read my own downfall. All right,
Go ahead.
Starting off the top there, Sure Hands 2
Mm-hmm.
was played by Skyline 9 on George
I don't really
Pickens.
want to cheer on this one because damn it.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad play given, his performance this season, but the past couple weeks he's just not been there. Got you
Terrible.
0.6 boost points. After that
Awesome.
is Dump It Off 5 by me on Christian McCaffrey. I would also defend that, saying he usually gets a lot of receptions in his games. But this week he did not. He got half a boost point.
There was a running back that actually got more. Oh my goodness, I got to find this out now. There was a running back that did particularly well, but earned more receptions than carries, is what it seemed like. Maybe not as many, but maybe it was just more receiving yards than rushing yards. But I was like, wow, that player was used more as a receiver than anything this week. Who was it? I'm going to go to scoring, and I'm going to go last because it was one of the top running backs. Was it Travis Etienne? I think it was. Travis Etienne had only 3 receptions, but 73 yards on receptions and 32 yards rushing. Isn't that crazy? So, all right.
Yep. That
Anyway.
would have been nice, but so People Eaters 2 by Mr. Mays Man on Seattle Seahawks defense got him 0.42 points. Rack 'em Up 1 by Jeremiah on Jahmyr Gibbs, which again you would think Jahmyr Gibbs would get rushing yards, but this week he did not. Got 0.38. And then Pick It Off 1 by Mr. Mays. His man is my man.
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks defense got him 0.2. So those were the worst ones this week. A lot of the lower cards, from what I can tell, it's all 1s and 2s except for my Dump It Off 5 that I wasted on Christian McCaffrey. But yeah, so it's kind of expected, I guess. They're lower totals, but not this low.
Yeah. I actually, one of those I wanted to defend real quick. I was looking at, what was it? I think it was Rack 'em Up 1 on Jahmyr Gibbs. Should have been a play that earned you at least a couple points. But Jahmyr Gibbs just didn't have a good week. It wasn't his week. And this happens. Jahmyr Gibbs is on my fantasy draft team. And he was the most of my worries. He was the one who scored the least points, but the rest of my team ended up scoring 170 points. So we we won our matchup, but hopefully going into next week he'll do a little better than this. All right, on to the what could have been, and I'll announce the what could have been here. So in the what could have been department, if you had played Slinging Sixers 5, which is going to be appearing on your screen in just a second, Slinging Sixers 5 on Trevor Lawrence, who threw for 5 touchdowns this week, you would have earned 10 points from that boost. Isn't that crazy? Slinging Sixers 5, a great card to have, and I think we gave it to everybody one week. If you had played that on Trevor Lawrence this week, who knew? That he went off. Kyle Pitts, if you had played, let me get to this over here, because I don't often bring up the boosts for for tight ends, but if you had played Stretch the Field 5
Holy
on Kyle Pitts this week, you'd have earned 8 points. Tight end gets 50% more points from receiving yards. Kyle Pitts went off this week. In fact, if you had played his even better, if you had played the Big Man 3
Oh yeah.
on him, that would have been 20% more points, more total points. You might have earned 9 points from that on him.
Wow.
What
So-
about touchdowns?
What?
Man.
He got 2 touchdowns.
3 I'm seeing?
You're seeing 3? Oh, did I miss something
Maybe.
here?
Oh,
Hold on, let me go to tight ends here because I was doing the math, but I didn't
stretch the fields for yards.
receiving
right?
yards. Yes.
He had 3 touchdowns.
Oh, he had 3 receiving touchdowns. So yeah, you would have got 9 points from playing.
All right, so extra point there. All right, nice.
You'd have earned 9 points from playing. Wow, yeah, that's right. On him, the Rubber Gloves 5, which is right here. It's 50% more points from receiving touchdowns on a tight end. Wow, I thought
You
it
gotta
said
love
2
fantasy
earlier.
football. 9 games in a row of no touchdowns, and then 3.
Then gets 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
We
All
love
right.
this sport.
And then the last what could have been was Amon-Ra St. Brown. If you had played Sure Hands on Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sure Hands 5, you would have got 50% more points from his receptions, and you would have earned 7 points from that boost. So it would have been a good play.
So I know I ask this like weekly, and
Yeah.
I think it's something that we're gonna work on. But some more points from a reception. My brain tells me this is one or the other. He had 13 receptions, 164 yards, and this card is purely based on the 13 receptions.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, damn it! I know I clarified that like 2 weeks ago, maybe last week. All right,
Last
He
week.
could have 10
was last
catches that were all 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and it would still get him
yeah, okay.
points because based off the reception, not the yards gained.
I mean, look, as I make a slight fool of myself asking the same question twice in the weeks here, I think it's good though because I'm definitely not going to be the only one. So,
You
as
know who
far as,
Patrick looks like,
you know-
Caleb?
Oh my God, really?
Who? Let me see. If I'm thinking
Think about the Colts kicker. Do you see
it
it?
does look like
No,
him.
no, the former Colts kicker. You know what I'm talking about? What's his name?
Hold on. I know it.
We're not talking about Pat, right?
No.
No, not Pat McAfee. You wish. Rodrigo Blankenship.
Rodrigo Blankenship. Oh my God, with that hat on and the glasses.
Here you go, Patrick.
Yeah, it's blurrier than shit. Oh my
it?
Lord, I can see that.
It's the glasses, the beard, and then the hat just like, makes your hair mysterious, so nobody can
Yeah.
see that you're balding. So like, we just,
Yeah, take that, Pat McAfee. We have another Colts kicker on our podcast.
yeah. If we could get him on here, man, I would be honored. That guy seems like a great guy. I watched a few little videos with him. He's a big nerd like I am, I guess. Maybe a bigger nerd than I am. And
Get who on the podcast?
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Okay.
He seems like a bigger nerd than me. So I'd like
tough.
to.
That's
I'd
a
like to
tough
meet
one.
that guy. And he's still like kicking field goals from crazy distances. I cannot believe he hasn't been signed. Anyway, now it's time for our rotating slot to come up, which means we do something different after we go over boost analysis every week. And this week I've got a game for you guys that I'm going to allow you guys to team up on.
Oh.
And I'm going to host this game. And we are going to transition over to Weddle. Weddle.
Uh-oh.
Have you guys heard of Weddle?
No.
No, I feel like you made this up 3 hours ago.
Oh, no. This is not something I made up. I would be honored to have made this website. This is Weddle Unlimited, and there's also a Weddle game. Weddle is actually it's a play on words. So there was a football player with the last name Weddle, but also this is a play on the word Wordle. So this is like Wordle, but with football players. So what you're going to do is you're going to guess as if you were playing Wordle, because I know how much Patrick loves
loves it.
Wordle. But this is better, Patrick, because it's football. So you have to name a player. So name a player, Patrick.
Caleb
Any player.
Williams.
Caleb Williams? So watch this. The player that we're looking for is in the NFC. We know that because this is yellow. And the player is 6'1", but the player is not a quarterback, is older than 24, and has a number lower than 18. So tell me, name another NFC player older than 24, number less than 18, that is in the NFC.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
That was kind of a blurry screen, by the way. I'm not sure if it's just on my end or not, but I thought.
Can you see it
blurry
again?
here too? But
Little blurry?
you can.
I can probably
you
zoom
keep
in.
reading it.
All right, hold on. I got to figure out how to spell Gibbs. Jahmyr. What?
J. A. Hold on.
How do you spell Gibbs? Isn't it just G-I-B? B-S?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his first name is spelled a little differently.
Jahmyr.
That's what I thought, but he's not coming up here. I don't know
Wow.
why. He's not in Weddle, which is weird. Is David Montgomery in here? Yeah, David Montgomery's in. Do you want to do David Montgomery?
Try
No, I wanna-
Puka. Puka.
Oh, no, he's not. Puka Nacua, do you think his number's under 18?
I don't know.
Give me George Pickens.
I have no
Give you
idea.
George Pickens? All right, here comes George Pickens. All right, so it is a wide receiver, not in the NFC East or NFC North. He's going to be older than 24. George Pickens is 24, which I didn't know. I thought George Pickens was a little older than that. And the number is above 3, but under 18. All right?
Patrick, you want to take a guess?
I have no idea.
You just got to name a player that's in the NFC West or NFC South,
Who's a wide receiver?
who's a wide receiver.
What are the things?
Chris Godwin.
Is Chris Godwin between numbers 18 and 3?
I think so. I think he's like 11 or something.
Oh, it was Chris Godwin. You nailed it.
Oh.
Holy moly. What a great play, guys.
If Jess is watching this, by the way, I'm not sure if she is. I'm going to tell her about this.
Patrick
But
sucks.
I absolutely
Is he number 11? Is that right?
despise trivia like this. I hate it.
All right, I know you don't like trivia, but this is football, Patrick. This is football.
No, I get it, but man, I'm
I'm loving this. Let's do it again.
All right,
Yeah,
we're gonna do it
throw
again,
it
but
out.
I want to see
Try.
if I want to see if I can beat you. What you guys got? You guys got it in 3. All right, so now we're gonna do it again, and I'm gonna see if I can get it in 2. All right,
Just you.
I'm not getting it in 2. There's no way I can get it in 2, but maybe I can get it in 3 and tie you guys. So we're gonna start with one of my favorites to start with is I always think of somebody who's like right in the middle, like right around 26, 27, 6, 7. Let's see. Let's go with. I'm gonna start with AFC since the last person was NFC. Let's go AFC and let's think. Sorry, everybody's name is blanking me here right now.
Same.
Ramondre Stevenson.
That's a good start. That's a good start. But I'm trying to think of a wide receiver in the AFC West. That would be... actually, I'll go Jacoby Myers.
Keenan Allen.
Jacoby Myers. It's a wide receiver that's 6'2", not in the AFC. Numbers above 3. All right. But
All right.
under 29. All right, here we go.
Last guess to beat us.
Last guess to beat you. So it's got to be somebody in the NFC under 29.
Wide
this
receiver.
This could be anybody. Let's go Tet Mc... Oh, no. Tet
For-
McMillan's number 1, so that's not going to
Throw
work.
St. Brown on there. I mean, that's your game. Sorry.
It's my game, but I'll do it. Oh, man, we got a lot of yellows here. So it's somebody real close to him. It's not in the NFC North. Numbers under 14, so this really does help narrow it down. A younger player under 26. Taller than 6 foot in the NFC. Give me... it can't be Emeka Buka because he is number 2. Let's see. Give me a young receiver in the NFC. Let's go NFC South. No, NFC West. Let's see. Let's go Marvin Harrison Jr. It is the NFC West. I got the number wrong. I thought his number was lower, so I can't get it better than you guys. You guys can help me at this point because I'm behind here.
All right, NFC
Older than
West.
23, under than 26, NFC West.
Do
Puka
Brandon
Nacua.
Ayuk. Oh,
Oh, I got it. It was Puka Nacua. It was Puka. All right. Yeah, you guys
What the
beat
hell
me in
does
this.
Weddle stand for again?
Weddle is a former player's name. There used to be a player named Weddle, and so it's just meant to sound like Wordle, but it's about player names.
I caught the Wordle comparison, but wasn't sure.
Now, there's also another version of this. If you like Weddle, you can also do Mossword. Mossword's really
cool.
fun because it's like a crossword, like who for the Detroit Lions had 616 receiving yards in 2022. And if you're confused, you can actually use a hint on this one. Let's say Khalif. This is Khalif Raymond for sure.
interesting.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Why won't it let me give it? There we go. Ray R. Why can't I get to the next one? And all right. And then Denver Broncos, who had 918 rushing yards for the Denver Broncos in 2021?
Oh, I know
Javonte
that.
Williams. No, I'm just kidding.
Who?
Yeah,
Patrick?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh my God. What's
Caleb said a name though.
Oh my God, Melvin Gordon.
Yep. Hey,
All
while
right.
we're on the topic of Patrick not being good at games, should we talk about the primetime picks from last week?
Let's move on. Let's move on to the primetime picks. We you guys beat me in the game, so we might as well. I'll come back around here.
You don't have to if you weren't ready. I want to throw a jab at Patrick.
Let's see. Where are? Oh wait, I'm not, I don't need to go to that screen yet. All right. Well, let's come back here, and we'll talk about the primetime picks. So, Patrick last week picked the Bucks, the Cowboys, and the Dolphins after going consecutive weeks picking all correct teams. He misses every single one this week. Shame on you, Patrick. People were
Shame.
betting on
I just
on
find-
your picks.
Like this is fantastic. So we just played this Wordle thing that I absolutely love, and then like a crossword puzzle too that I just excel at in the app. And now we're going into the primetime picks, which I've just been a rock star at lately, and I'm just having a really bad week with all of them. I want to just say appreciate you all, and how do I turn off this mic?
Oh my God. Yeah, no, Patrick,
What a
you've been
bad
solid though.
weekend,
This is just a bad weekend. But I think that all your picks were good. Like, remember, I don't know if you guys remember this last week, but last week I changed my picks because I wanted to be different than Patrick, but I wanted Patrick's picks. I was like, if I had gone first, I would have picked all the teams that Patrick picked. And so I think that you picked good teams to win. I didn't believe that I was going to come away with this one, but this week I ended up getting more right because every team that we thought was going to win lost. We all thought the Bucks were going to win. We all thought the Cowboys were going to win. Last one was the Steelers. No, I didn't pick.
Yeah, I know.
I believed that the Cowboys were going to win. I believed that the Dolphins were going to be the Steelers. And sure enough, here we are, where the Vikings and the Steelers ended up winning, so my picks ended up being correct. And let me see the primetime pick standings on the app real quick.
Oh.
Where are we at here? Because now that I got those two correct, those are two underdogs, I believe, that ended up getting correct. So where did that put me? Oh, it doesn't help me much. Actually, in fact, Ashley Phelps... Oh my God! Ash Phelps has the same amount of points as me, and she just joined.
She just joined literally this weekend. So
Just joined this weekend. That's not even fair. Oh my God!
and she picks her. So she picked her Boost Bowl team based on the names that she liked.
Well, she didn't do bad.
And
She
she beat
didn't
me.
do. Yeah.
And then
So-
this week she had the kids pick their like two favorite colors, each of them, and then picked players whose jerseys had that color on it. So we'll see how she does.
We'll
this
see
week.
how it goes. Oh my goodness! I should have my kids do the same. All right, so then we're on to the to my Caleb's primetime picks. Caleb took the Bucks, Cowboys, and Steelers, and ended up only getting the Steelers correct on that one. I'm surprised you took the Steelers. In fact, I thought you would have taken the same thing that me and Patrick were taking, but got to be different somehow.
Yeah, just don't trust the Dolphins. Tua's, I don't know, not what he used to be, or if he ever was what he
He
was,
gone.
but-
Well, let's go to our primetime picks for this week. Patrick, you are up. What are your primetime predictions for
first
week
one's tough.
16?
I don't think it's tough. I think all three of these are easy. I'm officially now.
You're blurry,
rooting-
Patrick, by the way. I don't know what you did to your camera, but you're blurry.
I haven't done my. Oh wow, that really is blurry. It's like not.
It's probably whenever you said you were leaving and
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe put your hand in front of your face.
Well, I closed the thing and then reopened it.
Put your hand in front of your face real quick. Not like that, but the other way. No, yeah, but back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Maybe it'll autofocus. All right. No, you know what? Can you put your hand over your face again, though?
No,
Caleb, don't you think that looked better?
it really did. It really
Nah,
did.
There's
Go ahead,
no
Ben.
way this is going to work now, but I'm going Seahawks because now I want the Rams to lose because I'm rooting for the Bears. And before I rattle off everything, yeah, okay.
You know, if the
Patriots-
Seahawks win, they're also going to have more wins than the Bears.
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks over the Rams. The Patriots I want because I'm still rooting for May. And the 49ers because I think the Colts aren't doing well anymore.
All right, I like your opinions on this. So the Seahawks, Patriots, 49ers, and we're on to Caleb here. Let's go ahead and minimize Patrick and fix these picks here. We'll lock those in for Patrick. And now, Caleb, we're on to your picks. You're on the spot.
You know, let's go with the Rams.
Okay.
I think they are the team to beat in the NFC, and this should be a great game. I mean, these two teams both are playing really well. So, but I just think the Rams will pull it off. I think Matt Stafford has more experience. I might regret this pick if Devontae Adams does not play at all on Thursday, but we're gonna go with it. And then for the next one, let's do the. Man, I want to be different. I'm gonna pick the Ravens.
All right.
Pick the Ravens. I think they are fighting for that division. I know the Patriots are as well, but I think the Ravens can be dangerous in that situation.
All
And then
right.
the Colts. We're going with the Colts. I believe in the 44-year-old Phillip Rivers coming in and beating a hurting 49ers team. So
All right, so we've got the Rams, the Colts. I mean, the Colts, the Baltimore Colts. Yes, of course, the Baltimore
Baltimore
Ravens, and the Colts. Getting my words mixed up here, going way back, going back to Patrick's days. Watching football as a kid, the Baltimore Ravens, or Baltimore Colts. All right, so anyway, we've got the Rams, Ravens, Colts, and let's go to my picks. Let's see if we can now get me on the screen here. All right, we're clean. And I just want you all to notice that I have this nice big Christmas tree behind me. I'm very festive, far more festive than Caleb, who's got this little tiny tree behind him. I just want you to notice that. Everybody see this this tree here, and now I want you to compare it to Caleb's tree in the background.
hey, it's not the
So-
size of the tree, Brandon. Okay.
So here we go. I'm going to take my picks here. Me and my Christmas tree strength. We are going to take the Rams. I don't want to take the Rams. I'm rooting for the Seahawks, by the way. I'm rooting for a tie here, actually. I'd be fine with a tie. But we're going to take the Rams. And then we're going to take the Ravens here, of course. Yeah, right. We're taking the Patriots 100% over the Ravens. I think that this game is in the bag. I think the Patriots coming off this loss to the Bills are going to be angry. And then I'm also going to take another away team. I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers here against the Colts because I don't know that the Colts are going to be able to overcome that staunch 49ers defense. So these are my picks. I'm sticking to it. We've all got our different picks again this week, and I love it. So locked in.
I guess I'll be 3-0 this week, guys, on the primetime picks, and you guys will be whatever you want to be. So
Yeah, I guess wherever we shared picks, I guess I'll get a few points.
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get. All right, you guys. I hope all of you watching enjoyed this as much as we did. We are at exactly an hour. I can't believe how we do this every week, guys. I have no idea how we always end up right about at an hour. But I should let everybody know, viewing at home, we don't have a time. I have a timer going, but I'm never looking at it until we get to the end. So there's no communication between us saying, "Oh, we need to move on." We just naturally are moving on and getting to it. So 59 minutes, 42 seconds right now. So any
Nice.
last words, Patrick?
Yeah, I'll fix my camera for next week.
Any last words, Caleb?
I hope Patrick fixes his camera for next week.
We want to see his pretty face. We really
We do.
do.
In
We
full
really do.
clarity, you know.
Full clarity. That's right. And as sharp as it gets. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys all have a lovely night. You guys as well. I was talking to the viewers, but now I'm talking to you two up there as well. You two up here. Have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you next week.
You and for you. See y'all.
See you guys.
Now, instead of going to the typical title screen, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to go to the Caleb screen, and then we're going to end it right there.
I'm gonna be stuck on the screen.